All right, everybody, we're here. We're playing Beanie, everybody's favorite Super Nintendo game. Shiakstoro. See, it's Beanie. Look at these amazing graphics. Everyone can recognize. Look, guys, look at this map. The most iconic, the most classic. It's amazing. Nobody, like, guys, at the time, you saw Beanie and people were like, oh my god, this is crazy. Got those SGI workstations and they were blown away. And the music, the classic music, you know, by Scant Blurcope, everybody loved it. You know, shaven guys. You know, it's funny to be playing what was a rare game today, since like Microsoft laid off like 9,000 people today from game development. They canceled Perfect Dark. They canceled Rare's game Everwild. Greg Mayles, who, you know, did Banjo-Kazooie, came up with the concept in the game Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, has finally left Rare after like 20 years. It's like a god. Microsoft is the worst. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Rare's other game, Beanie, that everybody loves. It's a perennial classic. I feel like with the leaving of Greg Mayles from Rare, Rare is officially gone from what it used to be. He was like the last one. Anyways, okay, this is stupid. I mean, 9,000 people just got fired from their game development jobs. That sucks. They fired Diddy out of a cannon to the sun yet? What, like Spock? After he got, like, murdered by fucking, you know, Captain Khan? I'm hoping that all the best for the skilled and passionate employees, and they can find new and better ways to create their vision. I hope so too. But where's the corpse at this point? They still did stuff, and I liked a lot of the games they had made. Even after being acquired by Microsoft, they made some good games, and a lot of the people there stayed. Microsoft, listen, this is like the third layoffs that Microsoft has done this year. Microsoft has been laying people off in strokes all year, constantly. They pick up like 1,000 companies, fire everybody who works at these companies. Nuts and Bolts. Greg Mayles also worked for Nuts and Bolts. I said since they acquired by Microsoft. Sea of Thieves, it's been, what, 7, 8 years maybe longer? And Everwild, which now is cancelled. Oh, goddammit. But, I mean, to be fair, Sea of Thieves is a monumentally good game. And it was to be fair, like, Sea of Thieves was a live service game. It's not like it was, or like a living game. It wasn't just like you won by and you're done. It was a constant game that got consistent updates because that's the kind of game it is. Oh no. So that's fair. That's almost it's like Fallout 76 in a sense, where it's not an MMO, but it's kind of an MMO. It's one of those halfy things where you join a new instance every time, and you just have 100 like random people to mess with. There's not really that much real progression. But, you know, it's weird. I've talked about it before. I don't know how to describe those kinds of games. Where you still have a lot of people all in the same place, but it's not an MMO. It's distinctly not, and very different in the way it handles it, and even the amount of people you might encounter. There's no, like, server list, as it's all kind of somewhat instanced a little bit. You just show up at random people's places. But yeah, I mean, that's... A lot of games have slowed down on their development. You can talk about Rockstar. I mean, Rockstar used to put out a game like every year, every other year. How long has it been since Red Dead 2? And when is GTA 6 coming out? I mean, how long has GTA 5 been around? Most big companies have slowed their capacity significantly. All in the past, however many years. The original devs that worked in Subnautica 1 got fired. Oh, I heard that they got a new person in charge of Subnautica 2, but I didn't know if they fired the previous guys. I know they got rid of the CEO and replaced the CEO of the Subnautica company, but I didn't know more than that, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, most companies stopped developing as much. It's funny. I don't say it's remarkable. It's funny that Nintendo actually develops more these days. But that's because they're one of the few companies who aren't firing people. They're trying to grow. So you look at the employee number for Nintendo year by year, and it just goes up. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys, calm yourselves. Got a lot of shit. And maybe it's because they realize how long it takes to make games these days. A lot of companies I don't think have. They don't like. For a lot of companies, they're taking like 8 or 9 years between the life cycle of a game, which is not how it used to be. So either you get more people, or you refuse to change and you fire everybody because they're taking too long or things aren't working out. A lot of these companies are going to just fall flat. I don't care about Microsoft, but there is a level of, with all the companies they're buying, are they even going to stay afloat in terms of their own divisions? It might just end up big bust. No, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm playing horribly right now. They said the original devs refused to rush the game to meet a certain deadline. Oh, great. If that's the truth, then yeah, that sucks. Not that I didn't play the Subnautica Ice thing. I heard it was mediocre, but again, I've only ever played the Subnautica 1 not that long ago, and I liked it. Even if I spent, it was an incredibly long series of streams to play that game, but nice. Got the creep music. Creep music. Good. Any little, I hate that their teeth do. That, I hate that. I know I just did that, and how can I hate what I can do? But listen, you can always hate what you do. Didn't you ever watch X-Men and see people who hate their powers? It's called self-hatred. Don't do the teeth choppy thing just because you can. Yeah, but a lot of companies are just like, I guess you could say a lot of them are just being fucking mismanaged horribly. Fuck you. Hey, disgusting bird with like a kink in your neck. Freak? Sorry, that's rude. You shouldn't call birds freaks. I mean, you can if you want to. It's up to you. I can't judge you. But yeah, it's no wonder people talk about the glory days of a lot of games and companies, because a lot of companies these days don't make very good decisions. So it's not surprising that people romanticize a previous time. Like people talking about the golden age of Square back in the SNES era, a lot. Square still makes good games these days. They still do, but they're a big giant company and they often mismanage and do a lot of shit, and they're kind of scummy. So stuff like that. It's like I understand where people come from, even if not every company's as bad as they seem. That was stupid of me. But that's what you get with a lot of studios. East or West. Just rough times. Yeah, that's why I always drift towards indie games. Aside from Bonanza, I don't even know what else is coming out. I guess Kirby Air Riders is probably high on my list of hyped things, but I've seen nothing about it, so I haven't really had a chance for hype to grow. But aside from that, the biggest hype from this year was Deltarune. And now my next biggest hype is Deltarune next year. I don't even know what else is coming out that I would say I'm excited for. No, yes. Nice. This sucks. Gonna be so perfect with these. You've talked about these before though. By the way, if you want a really good rare style, if you want a Donkey Kong Country style game, the Ukulele developers did make a ukulele game that was 2D platforming like this. It's different, but it's exceptionally good. Whereas, maybe people have issues with ukulele. The ukulele 2D platformer that they made, that's in the style of Donkey Kong Country, is genuinely fantastic. And I mean that. Nice. Oh, I should have done it right there. King. Nope. Nope. Oh! Come on, okay, okay, sync, desync, motherfucker. Okay, they're synced up, desync. Okay, don't slide off, you fucking goddamn asshole. Oh! Whatever GameCube online games come to NSO. Yeah, I love that. I'm talking about new games. I love it. It's like, I'm excited for stuff that you could just... You could just open right now. You can download. I didn't say anything. Bunch of times we live in. GTA will have jiggle physics. It didn't have... GT 5 didn't have jiggle physics. Or just killing creativity. Well, I mean, that's always been the case, but there's still... I mean, I guess if you look at a lot of developers back in the day, they were very small teams of small individual people, and they were usually these companies were started by individual developers. I think of like id Software and like people who made Doom. Like, yeah, just a couple of guys who like this kind of shit and wanted to make their own, and then they spawned into becoming big corporations. A lot of big companies start by becoming small companies, and those small companies usually have passion. But then I guess over time, those big companies became big companies. They get bought out by bigger companies, and then the dichotomy of how it goes changes. And of course, the scope and the scale of a lot of games change. Although again, the idea that companies have to make the games bigger is not true. You don't have to do that. They just choose to. They feel like they need to, when they really don't. They don't want like 1,000 people working, for 9 years on one game. They don't have to. They can make shorter scope games that are still really fun. Or they have to understand that, and if they want to put out output, they need multiple teams for consistent development throughout years. And good management, but... The portable lease. Again, no, yes, I say the thing about Dolphin. I love it when NSO gets new games. I'm more likely to play if it's on my Switch, because it's just right there. I don't have to fuss. I don't have to download shit. I don't have to be at my PC. I could be on the couch and just pick up a Switch and play Panel de Pon. I could just play F-Zero. People talk about all the time about emulators and stuff, and I like emulators and I use them for certain things. But when it's convenient, it's exactly what fucking Gabe Newell said about Steam and pirating and how it's a convenience problem, or whatever the fuck he said about, like, people pirate because it's easier. It's easier. I don't pay very much, and I just pick up my Switch and it's there, and I'm happy about that. I'm willing for that, because it's just like, yeah, fuck it, it's right there. But if it was less convenient, or if it was shit, or if I cared more, or if I didn't feel like it was worth it, then I can always emulate, and I've done that before, and I will do that again. So I actually agree with you in the fact that, yeah, no, having it being wasn't even looking... Having it be portable is nice. Companies' jobs are higher risk and lower profit. I mean, it's a big industry, but it's an expensive industry. Like a lot of game companies rely on the same franchises. I mean, that's true, but I mean, they still come up with new franchises. They just don't always do very well. So there's a half and half there. The same thing that happens with movies. And the thing is, it's also companies not putting their oomph. It's like, again, what was it, like Anthem? They're trying this big new IP. That just didn't work out. And they canceled it, like, very soon. And a lot of people said, despite how it released broken, people said, apparently they thought it was pretty good. And would have liked for it to continue. What was the game that they made that was going to be, like, a big PlayStation, like, continuous shooter that they even made a TV show episode about for that, the not solo leveling, the, like, level up, the edgy Pac-Man, serial show that has Mega Man and shit. They made an episode on that show of that game, which was canceled within a week, after like 10 years of development. They make these new games, but they don't really give them the time or the effort, and then they just fucking fail. Concord, thank you. They try. And sometimes they give up IPs for other things. Like, people loved Titanfall. They thought it was a very fun, interesting game, cool gameplay, cool game world, and that ended up becoming, like Apex Legends, and they basically abandoned to be a normal shooter and not just like a cool game with a cool story, cool world with multiplayer. It's become like its own thing that's not quite as interesting or quite as cool. I would like to play I've heard like just the campaign is not very long, but for Titanfall is really, really, really good. I've only ever heard good things about it. And then if you watch any, like, Game Awards or Summer Games Fest, and there's, like, 20 games they're announcing, like, brand new reveal. It's like, what the fuck are these? I guess the problem with those is, I hate to say it, but a lot of them just look very generic and very boring. And I don't want to say that to be mean, but I genuinely feel that. I'm like, okay, it's another one of these kinds of games. I know these types of games are popular, so they're doing that. And it's moments like that, just like this, that feels devoid of creativity a little bit. Where it's like, I don't care about most of these games. There's like 5 games in total. And if they don't do very well, then they don't become franchises. That's the other thing, is maybe there are many new games coming out, but if they aren't good enough to become like a big franchise, then they don't. Because no matter how big a game comes, other games are still going to be bigger than it. I saw one of the Conquered Head devs award their work and about a Goodwill story. That's funny. Good movement and level design leads to... Yeah, I've heard it's very quality level design, good gameplay, really fun shooter. Which a lot of people like. I like that stuff. I like good shooters of different kinds. Half-Life's a good shooter. Half-Life is like a puzzle shooter. Not in the sense that you shoot... It's not like Portal, but it's like you solve puzzles and you shoot. I'm trying to think of a game like that. It's very interesting. Doom is just, you know... Doom is like as pure shoot as you can get. If we're honest here. I hate everything. Here's the thing. I don't think most games... Here's the thing, though. You're saying most games are bad? There are a lot of bad games. I would say most games are mid. Every game that I talk about that's forgettable is mid. Every game they show off that's like kind of generic that they show off at the Game Awards or at the Summer Games Fest that I'm like, ah, whatever. Those aren't bad games at all. They're actually probably they're probably decent. They might play well. They might have a, you know, they might be fine. They're just generic in some ways, or I just don't care about them, and then they're not bad. But a lot of those might be mid. They're not bad. They might just be mid. It's just you're not hearing about them because they're mid. You hear about the bad games because they're bad, and you hear about the good games because they're good. The middling games are just the forgotten ones. The forgotten man. You know, that kind of stuff. Metroid Prime is in the middle. I think it's weird. I want to say now, if I replay Metroid Prime, I like it more. I liked it a lot when I played it, but it could be frustrating, and I think also I just got lost a lot, which is a part of the game, ain't it? But I fuck you. I understand it enough, and I realized when I was replaying a little bit of it just for funsies, I was like, I remember a lot of these areas. You know, for a 3D game, it's like every single room is like pretty distinct in my mind, which is a good compliment to the game. It's incredibly memorable. It's level design. Was a 7-8 game mid. No one used the 110 scale. No, people do. Yes, people treat like 5 to 8s as yeah. If it's not basic, a lot of people see it. If it's not good, it's mid or it's bad. Most people see it that way. If it's not a good game, it is a mid game. And if it's not a mid game, then it's a bad game. And a bad game has to be real bad. See, I used the 15 scale. You got 7 stars out of 15. Alright, let me focus. I gotta get to this fucking miserable level and then get to even more miserable levels to try to fucking save at Candy Kong's, you know, bosomatic, helping house. So the worst part is I haven't gotten to a save. You know, the last save is before this boss. Which means I have to, like, kill this boss every time I die. I mean, the simple solution is not to die, but... the pits are calling my name. Again, I name stuff like Titanfall and shit. And those aren't even games I'm that interested in, but I'm intrigued by. There are probably better games I could have thought of that are new IPs from a lot of these companies. Even things like Square probably comes up with new RPGs sometimes. But they don't usually put their full oomph into them. It's like they would a pre-existing franchise, and that just makes sense. This is giving if she breathes, she's a thought vibes. What, the game? Candy Kong? DK? The vulture? You have to elaborate, because even I don't understand. Every time. I know I have to jump on a dude. Duh. But like, listen. Jumping on a fool is not as easy as it may seem. Okay? Chompy chompy. Where's the O? I feel like I'm missing the O. It's probably a secret somewhere that I feel like I got the secret last time and I don't remember it this time. Which is probably true, to be fair. My glassy-eyed stare is vacant. How do I do this? Oh, I forgot I could do that, and that was scary. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh baby, a triple. Too many grifters in gaming just throw ratings bad around in bad faith. Brave Default, I mean, yeah, Brave Default's still going. Triangle, Strangled Tragedy. Octopath. Octopath 2 is meant to be great, by the way. I own it. I do own Octopath 2. They say it's much better than Octopath 1. It's not perfect. It's still, some people's complaints are still there, but I didn't even remember Paranormasight at all. But Square's kind of a... Square owns a lot of IPs that you wouldn't think they do. Like, you forget that, like, Square owns Tomb Raider, don't they? It's like, why does Square own Tomb Raider? I think they do anyways. I might be wrong. I might be crazy. I thought they did for some reason. But Square owns, like, some weird games that they've acquired over the years. There's a game called Pandemonium that Square owns from years ago. Yeah, that's right. They bought Eidos and Crystal Dynamics. That's what I thought. It's like that's a strange thing that Square owns. So they have some like weird stuff that it's like, oh yeah, I forget that Square does this. They're not just like the traditional RPG people. The traditional / action edgy RPG people. Never tried Octo RPG 2. I mean, I haven't either. I just know I've heard good things about it. And then one day I'd like to play it. Post a comic I found in Blue Sky about how grifters just basically manipulate dumb people. I mean, yes, that's what people do. People rage bait. People rage bait, they make bad things, and they say things to get people riled up, and they make money off of the content. Content slop, anger farming. Rage baiting, content slop. That's the world we live in. We live in a slop-filled economy, rage bait economy. We live in a clip economy, everybody. Where the fuck am I going? Common knowledge. Yo, slop it up. Why do I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Patience. Oh. Could have done it there. I could have done it there. Who designed this fucking level, dude? Oh! Oh! You have to take your time and find sources creators who hold similar taste to you in certain subjects. I mean, no. I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't get rage baited, but it is causing a detriment to where people are getting rage baited, and it's causing like a downward hill effect for other people. Like, just because I don't doesn't mean other people don't get affected by it, because they don't see through it. Honestly, I get mad when other people get baited online and get trolled. I'm like, just don't listen. Don't respond to it. Just ignore it, please. People don't do that, and they respond and they get riled up, and it's like, that's the point. please. And there are plenty of people who just actually do hold very different opinions than you do, and that can make you angry, of course. But like there's a lot of people it's like, I know they're trolling. Oh. Oh shit, I found this. That might have been the secret I was talking about. I knew there was some fucking, like, barrel secret in one of these levels that, like, gets you to the end. I think I found it by accident. I thought it started at the beginning of the level, and you know what? It actually might. That might just be halfway through it. There's a part where you fall under the ground, and it'll shoot you to the end. Couldn't remember where it was, though, or even what level it was in. Yeah, that's why people like this game. There's cool secrets and stuff. That's why people like this game. That's one of the reasons. It's what they sound like, man. I remember this level, actually. I'm coming, DK. Oh, this music. This song is really fucking good. This is an underrated DK track. Ugh. The Steam Deck fans have been spreading Switch 2 rage bait. Yeah, because they're mad. Again, I like the Steam Deck. It's a different product than the Switch, and people should understand that. It's any same thing PC gamers complaining about consoles, not getting why people use them. Not understanding that they both have their own place in the world, and most people aren't PC gamers. It happens. God, I was gonna say, watch me die and restart and have to do this entire world again. Start hanging out with that bro and playing games. I mean, some people, you can get frustrated with people. You can't help everybody, but... It must be like a secret way of getting up there, maybe. The average person isn't gonna care. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that. You get stuck in your own... Like, everyone was like, the Switch is gonna... We're not gonna buy the Switch. I knew it was gonna sell well. Of course I did. I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. Because most people aren't online. They don't know anything about, like... I'm not here to shit-talk, like, quote-unquote normal people. But no, most people aren't as locked into some of this stuff. Or any of this stuff. So for them, it's just, like, not even... it doesn't even register. And to be fair, I was a little concerned that Switch was gonna sell, and that not because people didn't want it, because I was wondering if the mainstream consumers would be confused that there's a second one, and they might be wondering, why is there a second one? What is the, would they know? But a lot of mainstream consumers just buy whatever the next new thing is, so fair enough. So I guess I go down here. Normie. Yeah, not rage bait, but like, there's people who aren't locked into like gaming rumors. Listen, if you know about Deltarune theories, you're too much of a gamer to have a real assessment about the Switch or gaming industry in general. Drop the price. Yeah, they dropped the price, people. It's like they know that's not going to do anything. But a lot of those people are doing it to get a rise out of other people who are going to be like, who want to correct them on it. I hate rage bait. No, I do hate rage bait. It's annoying. It sucks. It's shit, and the internet's dying of idiots who think it's funny and negative assholes. But like, what are you supposed to do? With all things considered, if the whole people realize it on their own, you can't stop rage. Because here's the thing: when someone is trying to troll and rage bait, you can't win. There is never any winning to it. Because they'll do it regardless. And you can't get angry with them, because then they win more. So there's almost nothing you could ever say. The best thing to do is to either not respond or stop responding and take your losses. Deltarune fans banned. I mean, listen, every Deltarune fan, you're too terminally online to have a good assessment on anything. It's true. Banned from any opinions. Banned from normalcy. Like, you have to be really into gaming to even know what the Steam and the Steam Deck is. Yes. If you know what Steam is, or Valve, if you know any of that, I mean, listen. My dad loves games, I don't know if he's heard of Half-Life. He's played Doom and Quake back in the day, and Warcraft. He's got a PS5, and he's got a Switch. He doesn't play many games, though, not these days. I don't know if he would know what Valve is. I mean, he might, you know what he might, at this point, I think he knows what Steam is. He probably does know what Steam is, but not, like, extensively, and he probably hasn't heard of Steam Deck. Now you have things like, you know, why did I do the same mistake twice? You have Xbox teaming up with ROG Ally. People might be more affinited or more knowledgeable about the ROG Ally now instead of the Steam Deck, because that's getting more press from a console manufacturer. Quote unquote. I mean, are they really a console manufacturer these days? Again, I've actually heard really good things about the ROG Ally over the Steam Deck. I like Valve a bit more. But the ROG Ally is meant to be pretty good, actually. Not the Xbox one, but the regular one. I mean, same with Xbox getting the Meta Quest. Which, again, I can also test them at being pretty good. Oh, sorry, it's the Xbox Quest now. Which, again, feels almost pointless to me. It's like no one's buying consoles because you're Xbox anymore. Like, what do you think's happening here? Why do I do that? What's wrong with me? What am I, stupid? I want to go fucking bananas. Give us a chance thanks to stuff like Repo. Yeah, it's true. But I would say those are mostly younger people. Not that that's not a valid quote of people, but that feels different to me. I expect younger people to have a little bit more knowledge of the internet when it comes to games. But that's not true. You know, even that's not true. I mean, the amount of people online who do watch people play video games, you know, Let's Playing and stuff, is more common the younger you get. So to be fair, I think younger generation just has more knowledge of games in general. There's plenty of people who don't know games, even in the younger generation, but the amount of people who watch people play stuff online is probably more common. And due to that, a larger percentage is going to know what Steam is, if you're younger. Generally speaking. I mean, Xbox doesn't have many exclusives. I mean, that's the thing. I don't get why... I mean, Xbox is kind of mostly abandoned console manufacturing. They still make a console, but it's just a glorified PC. The real moneymaker is stuff like Game Pass and putting their games on every console so they get the most money from it. Which I think is a good thing. They need these games to sell, and they put them everywhere so people will buy them. That's, you know... But there's a level of, like, at this point, why even bother? But I think, you know, some people just want a console that works. Yo! And some people probably choose Xbox over PlayStation at this point. I don't know who, but Sony's biggest games aren't their own exclusives. I mean, Sony does. It feels like they have a lot of IPs they own. They just don't seem to do a lot with them, which is odd. Come on, Sony, utilize your strengths, and they are, but it takes slowly. The most recent one is Death Stranding 2. By the way, I actually am interested in Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. Everyone talks about Kojima's, you know, Kojima's Wild Ride, Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. I've heard they're actually really good games. Quite interesting, quite fun. For what it is. So I actually am interested in those games. And Death Stranding 2, I've seen someone play it, and I was like, actually, yeah, this actually looks like, this looks enjoyable. Game Pass is a massive win, except for the fact that they've increased the price dramatically year on year. So it's kind of getting less and less and less worth it over the time. Dramatically less worth it. And here's the thing about it. For the cost it is, if you don't play, like, a lot of games and a lot of different games often, like, even though I stream, I probably wouldn't use it as much as would make it worth it to me, as opposed to just buying games. And those games I would own. So there's a part of me that's like, I don't even want to use... I don't use Game Pass, because at that point, it's not even worth it. You think we'll see the NSO... Oh, the Canadian NSO game... The increase in price? Maybe, maybe not. What was it, $5? $10? Something like that? I would prefer not to. I'm very comfortable with the price I have for NSO. But I know a lot of people aren't. And I don't fancy raising it, especially since I'm on a family plan with people. And I don't... Are they going to be comfortable raising it? Am I going to have to find a new family plan for people to play NSO with? That would make me sad. Because who am I going to do it with? I want to pay my $10 a year and have games and be happy with that. 5, 7, 8 on the plus side, I see. Game Pass was a package with online too. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, sure, okay, you're getting Xbox Online and Game Pass. Okay, big whoop-de-doo. Because I forgot that they still have the Xbox Live thing. Yeah, I mean, a good deal if you're specifically paying for that, but... Again, if you're using Game Pass for PC, it doesn't matter. Again, my interest in Game Pass is that it's on PC. And we don't need to... I'm assuming you don't need to pay for online for your PC. Unlike console, when you have to pay for online. I might be wrong. Stupid. Stupid! Fuck it. Oh, shit. I gotta replay the last level. God damn it. I told you. I titled the stream that it's gonna be the difficult levels, and I was right. I need more tea. I made some fucking iced oolong tea. Not even sweet tea. It's just iced tea. Because, I didn't need sweet tea. Gotta be honest, it's very pissy looking. But it's fine. Or beer, I guess. Kind of anti-Game Pass. Yo, I know, I actually kind of agree with you. I like owning my games, even digitally, even if you don't quote-unquote really own them. PlayStation has games people want to play. Yeah, they do. Again. Granted, both are on PC. Again, I didn't buy a PS5 because I knew Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was going to come to PC, and it did. And that was kind of the main reason I wanted a PS5. I want to play the Spider-Man games, but not that much. I was like, I'm interested in it. And I've heard they're very fun, but I never got them initially. The only other thing would be, God of War, which again, I also haven't played the new God of Wars. So it's clearly not a huge priority. But also, they're also on PC. Same with Ratchet & Clank. It's none of the games I'm that interested in. Like, there was nothing over there that was I'm so diehard. I'm not like, oh, I'm such a big Ratchet & Clank fan that, you know, I didn't feel the urge. If I had played, like, if I played Death Stranding 1 and 2 and I loved them, and he comes out with a 3, then I'm thinking, oh, you know, maybe that might be a bigger sway for that PS6 or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I kind of ignore Xbox with their own consoles, because they have it on PC already. And I'm like, they have PC games. Microsoft, play it on Windows. For me personally. And for a lot of people, I don't think most mainstream people don't even give a shit about exclusives, really, unless it's a specific one they want to play. They're not thinking, which console is more... They're thinking about which console has the game I want to play and is strong enough to play it, and stronger. And which one do I already have an affiliation with? Some guy's gonna be like, oh, I like Microsoft, I want to play I want to play Madden and Call of Duty. This console has it, and I like Xbox, so I'm gonna play this one. That's some people. That's a little too judgmental. But, you know, there's a balance. There's always a balance. I mean, to be fair, that's how I look at it. I look at a console and say, how much is it? How many games are on it that I want to play? And now that I'm an adult man with money and I have a PC that I use for many things, the question of having an external console is a little bit different for me. Because there's plenty of games... There's an infinite world of games on Steam that I can play instead that don't require me to buy an expensive console. That I'm, you know, nebulously interested in. Other games of that where it's like, oh, I could play, like, you know, do I want to play Death Stranding or do I want to play Alan Wake? Alan Wake's on PC, so I'll play Alan Wake. And honestly, I'm not really that big of a huge AAA gaming fan in the first place. I haven't really been. I don't like the fear-mongering, though, until games become Game Pass exclusive. I think some have been Game Pass exclusive temporarily, but... I mean, nothing stays on Game Pass forever, so Xbox doesn't even own them. This curry makes a lot... Oh yeah, the curry makes like a week or two. It lasts. You just leave it in the pot, put it in the fridge. When you want some, make some rice, put it on top, put it in the microwave. It's better. Most people say curry tastes better the next day because it has time to like develop. That's the common trend. Is it's actually going to be better tomorrow than it is today. It is kind of the leftover food. You said it makes a lot. Oh, I said a week or 2. I often might have 2 weeks worth, but it goes quicker into rice than you would think. I'm gonna trust me that you have like a you have like a cup of rice. Maybe you have a rice cooker. You make 2 cups of rice. You have 1 cup today, 1 cup tomorrow, and you pour in enough to cover it and get it in there. It's like actually quite more. I tend to put a lot of curry. You'll see. But it can last a while. Again, you could also make half servings. Golden curry comes with the 2 half packets. If you put in the 1 big one, if you put in like both of them, then you make the full size, which is what I do. But you can also put only 1 in, and then save the other half for the next time. Again, I don't know if you think it's too big or not big enough, but it's good. Again, is it too big or is it not enough? As in, you buy the box and there's 2 things in the box. You either use half of the box or the full box. The typical cardboard box of the gold, whatever. You have to buy an even more expensive PC, but you can use that for other things. Again, I stream. I mean, my PC wasn't that expensive, and I'm gonna use it for quite a while. But also, yes, I stream. I do other things. I edit videos. I code. I also just do shit on my PC. I just use it for fucking watching videos, mucking around, having fun. I like having a PC. So you had a typical cardboard packet, and you used one of the 2 blocks inside the cardboard. And is it too much, or is it not? Or is it not enough? No, I mean, again, I usually have like I usually make both because again, I believe the stuff on the back of the box is the portion sizes are for using both blocks, and you just split that in half if you want 1. Sorry. Personally, if you're on the idea of gaming PCs, because I move around a lot and I have what I game on separate from what I work on. Well, I don't work. I don't use my PC for working. I have a laptop. Your company gives you a laptop. I don't even sit at this desk when I work from home. I actually sit on my couch, which is funny. I know, it's ironic. Or over there on one of my tables. But I don't use my PC for work stuff. But yeah, I mean, yes, the difference between having my PC here is that I have to be at my desk to play games versus being on my couch. Although there are things like my TV has Steam Link. I can just literally play a Steam game on my TV. It connects wirelessly, works pretty well. When I was playing through Remake again, I was playing it on my TV, which is just across the room. Which was handy, because I was like, I want to play this on my couch, so I did. No. I'm going to just... I'm not saying I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself in this level to try to find out where the secret is that takes me to the end of the level, because I would want to find that desperately. That would be beneficial if I knew that. It's somewhere. I kind of want to go back to the beginning of the level. It's probably over here somewhere. Actually, there's a banana down there. God damn it, it's right there, wasn't it? It was right fucking there. Not job work stuff, but like... I mean, there's nothing well, I don't know. I guess that can be a thing. A PC itself can be distracting when I'm doing stuff. But what else am I going to do my work on? I'm not going to have a separate, like, I don't mind gaming on my computer. But I will say, I don't get distracted by games on my PC when I'm trying to, like, edit a video or something else. I get distracted by YouTube or something. That's what's going to distract me more. Because a game has to be... I have to be able to say, I want to turn this on and watch it. Whereas a video... Or, sorry, play it. A video is like, I can have it in the background, and then the background becomes the foreground. Kind of a feel. But, like, I don't... Maybe that's just me, right? But... It's like it's a specific choice to be like, I'm going to choose to procrastinate by opening up a game. Which is hard for me to do, because that's like that's basically admitting I'm going to betray my beliefs and do the thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. Whereas the video is like, it's already on or whatever. That's a little easy for me to procrastinate with. I've learned to play games on PC. Yeah, but for fun, I will play games on PC. And I have plenty of chairs. I can move around a comfy chair and get over here if I really want to. It's no bother to me. Okay, I get it. That's how you get that balloon there. Yes, DK? DK is my favorite. He is my favorite monkey. There might be something down there. I want to get to the halfway point, because I'm pretty sure by the halfway point is where I saw this shortcut. Reliably, anyways. If I am so certain. Why hate you? I hate you. I hate you. God, I've beaten no levels in the last hour. I beat like 20 levels last stream, and I've beaten no levels this stream. Let me focus. Let me actually focus. Part of it is me, but part of it is the game. Just being hard. I think this is probably around the part where I kind of stopped playing a little bit, right? I was like, this got really hard, and I just took a break from it and never came back to it. Damn. Fuck you. Eat a nice fat one, yeah. Why would I do that? See, that was all me. Dumb. I am a stupid monkey. Jumping around, where's my banana monkey? I don't even know where it is. Where is my banana? Banana, please. Okay. Beautiful. Nope. Bastards. Bastards. So this curry is good, though not as spicy as my Indian curry. Yeah, it's not spicy. It is savory, though. It's savory and flavorful. It's not spicy, but it's Japanese curry. I don't think it's intended to be spicy. Even with the quote-unquote hot flavor, it isn't very hot, to be honest. But again, it's not really Indian curry. Obviously, it's Japanese curry. But I love it. I think it's really fucking delicious. It's very beef stew-like. So it's very hearty. Usually I'll put it, put it in rice. I might put some umeboshi, like, in the rice as well, which is a little odd with curry, but I don't mind because it adds a little bit of a sweet and sour kind of note in there. I usually put it in a bowl and mix it together, while some people just put it in a plate and make it nicely arranged. Okay, I'm getting worse. I actually have to focus. I'm getting distracted. It's gaming time. And I am tired, but that's no excuse for bad gaming. I have a plate but not a range. I don't get why they put half and half. I don't know. By the way, I tend to mostly eat with bowls. I have plates. I don't really use them for much. I want a bowl. A bowl keeps things in. I don't care if things touch. You want your food to touch in most cases. I'm not usually having like the traditional American meal of like, we have this main and then two sides. Mostly it's one thing. And all the things in the thing are kind of put together. In some kind of melange. I'm not usually having like, I got my side of peas and carrots and the meatloaf or whatever, and mashed potatoes there. I tend to just have it in bowls. I'm a bowl man. I have plates, but I'm a bowl man. It's the best way. Even though plates do feel very American. Like, or maybe more of a European tradition. Of, like, you plate the food fancily. Like a fancy French restaurant plating the food. It's like, no, I don't want a fucking plate. Give me a bowl. Plates are a little easier to clean. I guess. That's negligible to me. I mean, all goes in the dishwasher. If you know how to use dishwashers correctly, then it should be no problem. Also, I tend to like, because if I'm like, I'm not sitting at a table half the time. I'm usually holding my food in my left hand, holding the bowl. Can't really do it with a plate. I mean, you can. I've done that. Sitting on the couch, like me and my family didn't sit at a table really. We would sit at the couch. So I'd be holding the plate in one hand and eating with the other one, if it's on a plate. Yes, I rent an apartment that has a dishwasher. It's not a good dishwasher, but again, it doesn't matter. Most dishwashers work. You just have to know how to use them. Use the right soap. Use hot water. Keep them dirty. You actually want them dirty because they clean better if they're dirty. You don't want to rinse your dishes worse because it'll actually perform worse. It needs shit to cling onto. There's some very good videos online about how dishwashers fundamentally work and how detergent works and how it's different from soap. Which I'm sure everyone realizes once they try putting soap in the dishwasher and it fucking bubbles and you lose your mind the first time. I'm sure everyone's done that at least once in their life. And then they fail. And there's bubbles everywhere and they clean it up and they get really sad. And then they realize and learn from their mistake. But fundamentally, knowing how dishwashers work is like, and what detergent... What is detergent? Why is it from soap? Illuminates you and lets you clean your dishes in the dishwasher better. People shouldn't be afraid of using dishwashers because they don't work. Because they do. They do work. I promise you your dishwasher works. So I'm not going to go on a tangent about dishwashers except to convince people that you have them for a reason. They save water. They save space. They might not save time, depending on how quickly you wash your dishes, but they save you the effort of doing shit when you could just put them in there and forget about them. Again, I genuinely don't remember the last time I hand-washed a dish in my own apartment. I do it other places. I do it at work when I make something. But, like, actually hand-washing on a dish in my own apartment, I haven't done since I moved in, I don't think. Yours leaks is a different story. You can get a rubber gasket or something and get the lining fixed. If it's rented, well, you could probably put a maintenance request for that, but I'm sure you know that. Or try to get it fixed yourself. When Tangent talks about dishwashers more. I mean, I'm not going to go on too long. Listen, I could talk about it longer than you would expect, is the main thing. But, fuck. Okay, let's do that again. I mean, the whole premise of streaming is to go on tangents. That's kind of what you do. It's what you do. This isn't even the secret, is it? No, which is sad. There's the O. Wow, 69 bananas. Wonderful. So it's not the secret shortcut, which doesn't help me, which is unfortunate, because I was hoping for the secret shortcut. Could be anywhere. Could be any one of these pits. Oh! But yeah, but I know so many people who avoid using dishwashers. For the reason of one reason or another. And they're worth using. If you can manage it and if they're not broken. Diddy. Diddy. Why'd you even have to? Why'd you even have to? Diddy. All across the universe. Ever compassionate, can you imagine it? Even with us at our worst. Sorry, that's Steven's universe, ain't it? I don't know why that popped into my head. Good music, though. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something stupid. Well, that was stupid, but not what that's not the stupidity I wanted. Wow, that there was actually stuff down here. That's not what I expected at all. Where the fuck am I now? Uh-oh. Steven, have you heard the tale of Steven all across the universe? Somewhere is one of those barrels that shoots you across the screen. If I can find it, I don't have to replay this level again and again and again and again. Or I just beat the level and forget about it. But I can't even do that, so... Hybrid son of a diamond, human son of a rose. He's a revelation, he's a revolution, a gem that loves and grows. Stephen, have you heard the tale of Stephen all across the universe? Can you imagine that ever compassionate Steven universe? I need to watch the Steven Universe movie again. It's a good movie. It's a microcosm of what the show is, right? All condensed with good music, which makes it appealing. For other friends, everyone prefers Other Friends. It was the knockout song, and well, I don't know. It depends on your favorite song. I really like the song that Steven and Amethyst sing together. I think it's one of the most underrated ones in the movie. In the light of the day, in the dark of the night, when you're raring to go, when you're tired from the fight, when you're losing your mind. That song I think is fantastic, and it's sweet and it's meaningful, and it's out of any of the people, I feel like it's the sweetest relationship between the characters, because it's the only one that is linked to Steven. Everyone else has their own shit going on, but Amethyst comes back to herself because she's friends with Steven. I think it's really sweet. Is it still worth trying to just like dive in the holes to find secrets when I could be beating this goddamn game instead? Even though I can't do that. I could watch back my stream and find out exactly where I fell if I really wanted to, but... Imagine not having seen the movie. My brother made me watch it. Imagine not having seen the show. For pure desire of good entertainment. Or, you know, relatively. Everyone has preferences on what they want to see. And whether it feels consequential. Or not. That was an accident. I know there's the debate about the first like 15, 20 episodes or whatever it is. But I know some people who like that more than what happened later on. So, it greatly depends on the kind of stuff you like to watch. But again, I think there's a lot of fun episodes in the first 20 episodes or whatever. The idea that it's just different. If you're looking for something that's more contiguous, sure. Although the first 20 episodes still are contiguous and they're still good. There's a lot of good episodes in those first 20 episodes that I genuinely enjoy. But I was probably let down a couple weeks ago. Nemco said next remaster will show you this summer. Oh, I know. Yeah, I heard about that. That's why people think it's going to be like maybe a Nintendo Direct thing or something of that nature. They're waiting on it. I heard about that today. No Tales, sorry. What? Listen, I don't know anything fucking shit about Tales. What Tales remaster do you even want? Were the last ones even good? I thought they were mediocre. Or as the kids say, mid. Like, what one are you even interested in? Was it... Oh, I thought it was okay. I heard that it was mid. I heard some of them were mid. I feel like it's very sweet and kiddie, which isn't bad. I mean, I guess... I think there's some fun, but again, you have to remember it's one of those shows that it's kind of weird to think about it. It's like SpongeBob where you have 10-minute episodes. A lot of shit happens in 10 minutes. There's some fun stuff. And you have to keep in mind it is a kid's show. I was a kid when I started watching Steven Universe. I still like it, but it is still a kid's show. So having it have kiddie stuff is like, well, that's kind of fair for the show. I was a kid when I watched it. It is good kid stuff. And it doesn't mean it can't be fun, but it's... Even if it's not anything more than fun, it is still just fun. And then it starts getting a bit more serious. Same with Gravity Falls, although I'd wager Gravity Falls is way more kiddie. Just even though it has a plot, it is way more of a kiddie show. Nice, okay. That gave me a fucking heart of wrench. What's with this fucking serial killer music? Okay, save point, nice. Whisper with Devious, because Symbiote was the one that people have issues with. I think it's funny that the one game that the biggest game in the series is the one that had the worst remaster, apparently. Doesn't have the edge of something like Adventure Time. Adventure Time is edgy? Oh, whatever. I mean, I don't like it because it's edgy. It's not edgy. It's nice. It is a sincere show. I like that about Steven Universe. It's sweet. It's all about kindness and niceness. It has stuff that gets darker and stuff that gets serious, but it's got that level of kindness and niceness to it, which is appealing. Abyss is PS2 3DS locked. In general, was one many fans. I thought Abyss sucked and everyone hated it. Maybe that's just watching Dylan play it. I didn't think he didn't like it, right? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. A lot of Tales games. Oh, okay, I'm completely wrong. Sorry, I'm getting that confused with the one he didn't like. I only watched the streams of the Tales games he didn't like, not the ones he did, unfortunately. Because I can't be arsed to watch an entire series about a series of games I don't really care about, to be honest. But regular show is more humor for adults than Steven Universe. I don't know. I might just disagree with your idea of what humor for adults is. You didn't like Legendia, Hysteria, and Arise. I mean, for 3 out of like an entire series. Okay, I gotta lock in. I'm sorry. I genuinely have to lock into this because I can't. I gotta make progress. I gotta make progress, man. I can't not beat something today. I mean, hidden jokes for adults doesn't mean it's adult. I mean, adult humor. What is toilet humor? Bad words. Or like, haha, this is an adult, like something only adults know about. I mean, that doesn't really make it more like humor is humor. You can have humor that's without anything cursing wise or anything adult knowledge and still be very funny. If all it takes is to be adult is be stuff like that, well then it doesn't mean it's good. Not that it matters. I'm not saying it's bad or the way it's done is bad, but. Like, is that all it takes to be adult humor? But seriously, I have to lock in. I don't care about the secret exit this time. I don't care about getting out of here. I don't care. I mean, I do care. It would be nice to know that. It would be incredibly useful for this incredibly hard level. But like, what am I meant to do? Not. I don't think we will get it, but there's some titles or versions that are Japan only that I think I would personally need to buy. As always, I don't know. Be plenty of reason I want more remasters. Well, I would always be more interested in making games more available to people. If there's some cool shit that people haven't had access to. Over like, oh, this game's coming back. Obviously, I still would like games to come back, but again, by default, they could just port a game. Some games are pretty good. They don't always need remasters. Ports are fine. But I wouldn't mind a remaster if it's a remaster that's using it as an example of bringing stuff that maybe we never got. Depending on how they do it, of course. I mean, we were talking about Another Code the other day, where Another Code, you got the sequel that never came to America. Although, to be fair, that could have just ported over. That had an English translation. It was released in Europe. It just wasn't released here. If they just did a port of both of those, then it wouldn't have been like, it's fine. Instead of like basically what are ostensibly full remakes. Oh, I never finished Another Code. I gotta do that at some point. I might end up streaming it just because otherwise I'll never play it. What are your thoughts on games like Air and Shore? Are you making stuff up? Are you just making up words? Yo, I got this game. It's called Schlibbelgok. It's pretty good. It's a 4-dimensional FPS. It's really neat. I think you'd like it. The game is single player but simulates playing for the fully owned MMORPG and bots. So it's just... I mean, a lot of games have that. It's like a fake MMO. So it's an RPG. So what you're saying, it's a massively multiplayer online RPG, except it's not massively multiplayer or online, which means it's an RPG. They've reinvented the RPG. Dot hack. I prefer WAS hack. Give me one of those muds. I mean, yeah, but similarly, the MMO part, that's just NPCs. They might be themed a little bit differently, but that's just NPCs. Like me playing Xenoblade. The only difference is I'm playing with NPCs who realize they're in a game, right? That would be the difference, I guess. I mean, I should have jumped. But, like... I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but that's like, yeah... You could call it in a meta RPG where everybody realizes they're in a game, and the gameplay is like an MMO, which would be like Xenoblade. It cold as ice, sacrifice. Oh no! Sorry, that like little beat there made me think of that song for some reason. You know, we are cold as ice. We're in the snow area. That makes sense. Symphony's criticized port is one part attributed to porting the PS2 version. But it has animation locked to FPS, so it's 30 FPS. Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's right, I heard about that. Technically, you're not wrong, but the point is that these NPCs are player behavior. I get the point you're making. I do think it's funny, though, that it's like, yeah, it's an MMORPG, but it's not MMO. So it's just, I get it. I get what you're saying. I mean, there might be issues. I don't know. Maybe the consolation prize is I don't know. Maybe there's no perfect way of porting Symphony unless they do, like, 2 versions. No idea, because I don't know enough about the game. It would be like, I don't know, if they ever have to port, like, Majora's Mask, do they do the 3DS version or the original? Because they're both different. Someone was going to complain. Someone's going to be like, well, I like, you know, Majora's 3D more, but other people, you know, I like the quality of life, and then people are like, well, I like the original more for this. So whatever they do, they're kind of like landlocked and saying, shut! Please, game. All I want to do is get through these fucking levels and not die. It's a big struggle with Final Fantasy. I mean, I know Final Fantasy is like, you talk about Final Fantasy 4 is like multiple versions, and there's like a lot of shit, and there's like extra extended shit with Final Fantasy 4, and there's like a 3D version, and there's like a DS, you know, there's a DS version, and there's all these ports, all these versions of all these games, and then you have the pixel remasters, which are also different. So, yeah. And I'm sticking with the pixel remasters because I do like playing the original versions, but a lot of people want every little ounce and scrap of content and uniqueness from all of these things. It's like, well, it's... You ever seen Elvis? Okay. Sorry, this gaming chat is distracting me. Why am I streaming, guys? I could just be playing this game and then also getting angry at it because I'm also not... I'm watching something while I'm doing it. I mean, even if I am focused, it's still fucking hard. Someone's gonna be in the chat someone's gonna be in the comment section being like, this guy sucks, he's the fucking worst. Stupid. I can play better than this guy. I had someone doing that while I was fighting the Roaring Knight in Deltarune. I was like, fuck you, dude. Why are you watching? He's like, I beat this with, like, my hand tied behind my back. And I was like, dang, that's cool. Proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, man! FF Tactics going off to use a script for PSP remake, but won't have the new jobs from PSP. I never played Tactics. I know nothing about it. But yeah, I haven't talked about the remake of Tactics at all, have I? I've heard I've heard it good. I've never even seen gameplay of Tactics. I literally don't know what it looks like. I just picture it's like Fire Emblem. In my head, it's just Fire Emblem, and I don't think that's true. But I don't know anything about it to know even what the gameplay is like, except that it is a Tactics style game. You're a FF Tactics hater? Well, I mean, I kind of realize I don't like Tactics games mostly because I think they're slow. I don't mind necessarily thinking about, oh, I'm going to do this and that, but, like, I can get a little bored. The battles are so long, and it's like, I'm a little tired. From my small... Not always, but there were times when I was playing, like, whatever it was. I don't remember what game it was now. I think, you know what? I think it was Mario & Rabbids, and I was like, I don't want to play any more of this. I got bored. It's actually a good Tactics game. It's XCOM style, and it's like, I don't want to do this. I kind of was just like, nah, I'm good. And the whole Ubisoft thing happened. I was like, I don't really want to play Ubisoft games right now. That feels bad. Wow, what am I doing? What am I doing? Ow! I just slipped off. Obviously, you can tell, but there are ice physics on all of these blocks, and they're really, really horrible ice physics, where you take like a fraction of a step and you're fucking sliding away. And the momentum's all weird. Not a hater, I just think it aged perfectly, but other tactic games do it better. But it has a good story and characters. I don't hate Fire Emblem, by the way. Or Triangle Strategy, which is a new tactics. Now, people are like, oh, I love Final Fantasy Tactics. They didn't play Triangle Strategy, now did they? Which apparently is also genuinely pretty good. But no, you know, people want what they want, and what people actually want is stuff they've already played. That's what you have to realize. People just want the games they've already played. That's the real lesson here. I mean, I get it. As unnecessary as I would imagine it would be, you know how excited I would still be if they came out with like an Ocarina of Time remake? It's like I would rather have a new game, but I would still be like screaming with excitement, with righteous joy if they ever decided to do like an Ocarina of Time remake, some kind of big budget remake of it. Even with all of my possible like thoughts about that and issues that I could see happening. So I get it. Again, I would rather than just make a new game. But I know in my heart of hearts that I would be like fucking screaming if that did happen, because it is. I mean, it's my favorite game of all time. And to be fair, I still would have faith that they're going to do a good job with it. I would. They do a Final Fantasy VII remake for Ocarina of Time. We get 2 games, one for like kid. No, that wouldn't work. Adult Link is a much longer period of time than Kid Link. You have much more dungeons. It just doesn't work. They expand Kid Link out to 7 full dungeons. Then they do a second game to do Adult Link, and they add 2 more dungeons. I'm joking. I'm shitting. By the way, I'm just shitting and pissing right now. Here's the thing, though. I love Ocarina of Time, and I can play it whenever. I feel like it's aged very well. Like where I don't have like. You play N64 games and it's like, oh, this is rough. I can kind of, maybe like a momentary hesitance of like, oh yeah, I can't control the camera like I can in a modern Zelda game where I just control it with the stick. Because there is no second stick. But aside from that, the camera controls work pretty well. They don't have much issues. I feel like it's fun, it's enjoyable. The music is good, I still think it looks fine. I do get it would be confusing if you've never played it before. And I can acknowledge that. I know the game, so it's easier for me to say that I like it and that it's not that bad. If you don't know where to go or what to do, it could be more confusing. And it's in a time where you have to remember that, oh yeah, you gotta talk to people. And the game has a hint system. People hate it, but it's like Navi does tell you where the fuck to go if you really don't know. It's not that bad, just use Navi. Targeting iffy at times. Yeah, the lock-on targeting, yeah, it depends. There's the whole you have to back up to turn it off, and that can be frustrating if you know how it works. And even if you do know how it works, there's sometimes where you're stuck on a specific enemy. But it's rare that that causes actual issues. But it's a game where I can still have a lot of fun just playing it. Fortunately, it's not a game heavy on things like platforming. There are times, there's one specific part of like the fire temple in Ocarina of Time where it's like you gotta run on this thin little ledge to get to the fucking hammer, and I always have struggles with that because it's like precision is tough in this game. Be really precise in your running. They try that a lot in N64 era to be like, you gotta be precise in your controls. It's like, I'm never precise on these controls, man. It's N64 era. Even if it does feel good. The level precision is difficult. But the only reason I hate that section is because if you do fall, it's actually like a large percentage back in the dungeon. It's not like it's a small thing. It's like you go pretty fucking far back. It's like, really, man? You're putting me this far back? God damn it. All right. Flame in the void. Wow, that was bad timing. That was terrible timing. Come on, DK. You can do it, DK. By the way, the reviews for Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, and everyone's like, yeah, it's good. Everyone's like basically saying what we thought. It's good, it's really fun, and there's a lot to do, and there's a lot of variety. And yes, Pauline does talk to you a bunch, giving you encouragement. Unsurprisingly, the game is good. And for anyone worried that there's not a lot of variety or stuff to do, shockers, there's a lot of variety and stuff to do. The point where people are like, oh yeah, I was looking at someone else playing, and they're like, we've been playing the same level for like an hour, and they're in a new place I've never even seen. So the levels seem like they're going to be pretty big and full of shit. And that it actually, you don't even get that bored with just destroying stuff, because there's other stuff. You're not just destroying, there's still a lot of actual platforming. Which is appealing. So it seems like it's going to be fun. Pure fun. Kind of fun that's the kind of games I like, where it's just fun. Just fun to go through it and do stuff. I imagine it'll be right up my alley. Probably. We'll see, though. The game comes out and I fucking hate it. I fucking loathe it with like, every fiber of my being. Oh, you know what? That works. That's fine. Ah, what am I doing? Fuck. I don't want to see that much voice acting in a DK game. Yeah, and the fact that there is a voice character that's fully voiced in a Mario game. It's not Mario. It's not DK, but it's just Pauline. But fair enough. Sorry, I was gonna mention this. I forgot. I mentioned yesterday that I actually I got the consideration for affiliate on Twitch. I haven't turned it on. I don't think I'm gonna turn it on, at least not yet. Apparently the invite doesn't fade away, so I don't have to be like, I gotta do this. Otherwise Twitch bans me from making money ever again and getting emotes and stuff. But I don't think I'll turn it on, even though I'm now technically approved for it, because I don't want my stream to have ads. Alright, did everyone see where this barrel was? Everyone pay attention? I think I remember where that is. I didn't expect it to happen. I thought I was dead, so I wasn't looking. But yeah, so I could set affiliate on, and if people wanted to use their subs and stuff, but I would have to start running ads on my stream. You have to. You can't not do it. You're required to as an affiliate. If you don't do it, they'll do it for you. And that will probably only negatively impact me in terms of getting people to watch my stuff, which is what is more considering. I don't care about the $5 I might make over, you know, wanting people to watch. So I probably won't turn it on. But it's cool that I got it. I mean, if I get enough people, maybe it would be more worth it. You know, at that point, maybe I have other ways of getting people to watch. Maybe it won't matter as much. But for now, I don't think I will. I'll keep it in mind. If I ever want to, I always have the option to. If I really want to get those channel points and those emotes working, I can at some point, but not yet. It's funny, the distinction, though, between an affiliate and a partner on Twitch is dramatic. It's huge. So that might never, ever happen. That would be like at a major league difference. That's fun. I'm putting all my stuff towards YouTube anyways. It's not like I've actually been putting that much effort into Twitch. As much as... I mean, that's not true. But, like, you know, comparatively speaking. There are arbitrary goals that don't really matter. My only goal is that I just want people to watch. So I like to play games and actually talk to people about them. It's funny. I abjectly say I'm not trying to build a community of people. Which is true. But I guess that is kind of what just happens anyways. Because that always felt weird to me, but... some, like, weird parasocialness about it, I guess. A little bit. Not really, but... you just treat people like normal people and you'll be fine. I can't get those two. Fuck it. Nice. God, what I wouldn't give for, like, one of those... well, first of all, what I wouldn't give for, like, a barrel right now... but, what I wouldn't give for, like, 50 lives. Okay, thank God I have lives. I almost just died right there. Again, there's still ice physics. The ice physics haven't faded yet. Just has a heads up. If that wasn't a fucking, obviousness. Can you stop it with these annoying... the one thing about this game is that the camera, like... takes a second to go fast, and you're like on the far right of the camera in this game. Enemies will just come out of nowhere. God damn it. The enemies will just like... so you kind of have to be slow moving forward. You can't rush ahead, because you'll have to stop quickly. Like, look how, you know... because as the quicker you go, the more further to the right or left you are on the screen. So the less headway you have, which is why you kind of have to go a little slow. Oh, fuck! But, I mean, that's more of a, like, that's inherent. You go faster, you're not going to see things as quickly. I've made zero progress at all. I've made no progress in the stream whatsoever. That's really upsetting. That is so upsetting. I actually have beaten these levels before. I'm just gonna replay the beginning section of this game again. Just do that instead. Maybe I'm just lazy. I'm not taking my time. Not even I'm that bad. I'm just lazy. What do you think Nintendo's banana tastes like? I'd take a bite of Nintendo's banana. Nice. Why? Oh. Listen, if you want to be good at ape game, you have to get into the mind of monkey. You have to get into the mind of the ape. Ape business. It's my business. I'm gonna become the Mario Party Donkey Kong noise. The Mario Kart Donkey Kong noise from back in the day. And comparing Mario Kart Donkey Kong to this, both on the Super Nintendo, it's like, God, what a fucking difference in the visuals. Like, oh, this looks kind of rough, but then I'm thinking of Mario Kart. And then this game, it's like, yeah, no, they're fucking massively different. They're so different. They're so unbelievably different. And it's remarkable. No wonder this game blew people away. Like, it's like, oh, you know, you can say it looks a little rough, but Super Nintendo. You have to think about what other games were on the Super Nintendo. Rose Bacon, Jet Voice, Gemini, Yoda, Alien Voices. Yo, what does Yoda dying sound like again? No, that's not Yoda dying. That's not Yoda dying. Listen, I know what Yoda dying sounds like. Something like that. Kitty, what are you doing? Everybody knows Yoda's death sound from the Lego games, right? Everyone's done that. Everyone knows. Everyone's intentionally killed Yoda to hear him die. Everybody has. You know what? I think that was it. I think that was the thing. I think I hit that barrel. I go up and just miss it a little bit. And I think I can get it. Or I guess I shoot down from there. Would also work. Just have to make it past. No, I like Diddy. I do like Diddy. Diddy's cool. Why would I do that? That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a desperate, tiresome mistake. From a desperate, tiresome man. Eyelids hung heavy. Skin limp. Weak as spaghetti. The spaghetti on his sweater dribbles like paschetti. Smells like tomatoes, olive oil. None ready. No, down! Down, you idiot! Down, you idiot! Down, you stupid motherfucking bitch! Down, you idiot! Down, you idiot! Down, you stupid motherfucking bitch! When I say motherfucking bitch, I think of Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. I can't help it. I just hear his voice in my head. Resonating. Giving me terrible advice about life, but you know what? Oh! Good movies, by the way. They're fun. They're dumb. They're dumb and fun. They're classic. They're the classic, really dumb, stupid movies. But you can't help but laugh at them. They're the classic 90s, 2000s movies that are really fucking stupid. But that's why they're funny. And they're on purpose. They know they're knowledgeable about what they are. They're aware. But they're written by Kevin Smith, and he has good writing, which makes them a little, just ever so slightly better than what you would expect. There we go. Shoot down. Okay, so I know where that is now. It's pretty far into the level, and there might be an earlier way of getting there that I don't know about. But I know that one at the very least. So if I can get that far on the level, at least I know I can fucking zoom it. Zigzag zombie zoom in to the zenith. Relis rhyme zealots, whatever the fuck the song goes. Zealous rhyme zealots, sorry. Why would I do that? What's wrong with me, DK? What's wrong with me, DK? What's wrong with me, DK? You know when Pauline's gonna say, "Yo, DK," I don't do that. I just die instead. I hate this game. I literally just want to beat 2 levels. If I can get to a single candy save point, like I'm probably going to stream a little longer than the 2 hours normally. To be fair, I also started a little bit late and was mucking around with starting and stopping my stream to get the stream notifications and Discord working correctly. Also, I'm an idiot. I don't use external shit. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to use this website that gives bots for Twitch. No, I made it myself. Or use a script that I have. It's like, everything I do is like the stupid way. I don't want to have to rely on like, oh, I don't want to use Restream to restream to YouTube. No, I do like RTMP instead. But to be fair, I make myself set up to where I don't have to think about it or worry about it. I don't have to log into other accounts. Once it's set up, it just works. But I always end up doing everything myself instead of like other shit. For some reason, I've got that innate desire to like do stupid shit instead. Imagine the end of Bonanza and it's going to be saving Pauline from a guy with a hammer by throwing barrels. Well, here's the big thing is... Well, first of all, Nintendo doesn't want to evilize Mario. Is there going to be a thing... Like, are we, like, retconning the idea that Mario and DK were ever enemies? Is there still going to be something that could, you know, make Mario and DK a threat, or make Pauline and... There's a lot of games where DK captures Pauline. Hell, even in Odyssey, they have the festival about taking down DK, even though it's called New Donk City. Like, where is DK and Pauline's relationship? Where do they come from? How does it curdle? Is it going to be... Guys, we're going to have a dark chapter in Bonanza where they, like the last ending, they're going to become enemies. All of their journey is going to fade away as something happens. They become villains. They get corrupted. It's going to be tragic. I know. Fuck you. They could make it that Jumpman isn't Mario. I guess that's sad. Make it wicked for Donkey Kong. Good game? It's a good game. It's an alright game. I wish I could grow up with you or something. And then she gets older, and then Mario comes in and kidnaps... I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be the... That seems a little weird. I wish I could grow old with you, Monkey Man. And her wish is to be a singer, right? She gets into the past. She's gonna take us back to the past? Yo, Pauline's gonna take us back to the past. To play those, to play the DK game. That sucks ass. That's crazy. That's right. Once they do the movie of it, we're gonna see the AVGN cameo. It'll be wonderful. I'm gonna take you back to the past. Unrelated, but I was watching the AVGN still puts out stuff he did a Metroid 1. Talking about Metroid 1 and 2. Again, I liked it. He's always never... First of all, for someone called the angry video gamer, he's never been that angry. It's mostly comedic. But I like watching him because he actually does a lot of positive stuff in a lot of his episodes, especially more recently. Like this time, he spends a lot of time talking about how amazing Super Metroid is. I say one of my favorite episodes of AVGN is him doing Earthbound. Because he loves it. He thinks it's fantastic. He really, like, to the point where he's like, it's the quote of, you know, I've said it before. Quote of, like, the only thing worse than, you know, as a kid playing bad games is missing out on the good ones. Because he, like a lot of people, didn't realize that it was such a good game. And he skipped out on it. That's why it's a cult classic and not a classic. Great episode, by the way. Even then he talks about there are flaws he had with the game, like the inventory system he had a big problem with in Earthbound. He doesn't think it's perfect by any means, but he really enjoyed it. I like a lot of his points. I mean, James Rolfe is a really nice dude, in all things considered. And he's actually genuinely very passionate about the stuff he likes. Specifically stuff like classic horror movies. He oozes passion. Some episodes he doesn't even do things where, like, it's even that critical. Sometimes he just reviews a game in, like, general way. Like, he did an entire noir episode the other day when he was doing a noir-themed NES game, which was neat. It was a game I haven't heard of that's actually genuinely very cool. And he shot it like an old classic noir film in black and white with all the, you know, the lighting and the window shade and the windowsill and stuff. You know, film major shit. Or she's sent to the future and wishes to go home. People worried about the timeline. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the timeline. I never have. I just think it's funny. He's a mildly irritated nerd. Even in the past, he wasn't. I mean, you actually watch him, it's like, he's angry, but he's mostly just talking about stuff he thinks is bad design in the games. He's not actually, like, furious. Oh, no, he loves filmmaking. That is his main passion. I think he still likes games, but that's not his main passion. It never was. That's why it's called Cinemassacre, and he tried to move more into film stuff, but people want him as a nerd. I don't think he feels trapped in the nerd. There's been some ideas like, oh, he feels trapped in this character he's created. I think a part of it is just that, you know, it's the thing that makes him the money. He does have other things, and he makes other videos. They don't do as well because they're not nerd-related videos. But I don't think he can complain about the financial freedom of it as much. He's got a wife, he's got a kid, right? But yeah, his passion isn't actually games. It's something he just enjoys. I mean, most people who try to make films suck. You have Red Letter Media who review B movies and tried to make their own movie, and it was bad. And they acknowledge it was bad. And they even realize a lot of the mistakes, you know, a lot of the mistakes we talk about other directors making in their own movies, we made in ours. It's like, when you actually have to make stuff, it's difficult. Which I think is funny. So I think I missed the secret from before, which is why I died. Not why I died. I mean, I died because I've died, but... But yeah, a lot of people try to make their own, and it is. I think people just underestimate. They think, oh, I made a YouTube video. I made a high-production YouTube video. How much more difficult is a movie? Not realizing that it is significantly more. Look at Markiplier. He's done like these big YouTube productions, which involve cast and crew and sets and weeks of filming. But he's been stuck for like 5 years making Iron Lung and had so many production issues. And he's talked about how much more effort it is. No matter what you might do on YouTube, a movie is another level. It just is. And people just kind of don't get that. I never watched a Red Letter Media movie. Oh, I love Red Letter Media. They're funny, and they have some nuanced takes. And they've gotten, like, you know, more reasonable about some stuff over the years. And they do like stuff. I like watching them. Again, I always like watching positive episodes. I like them talking about movies they do enjoy and why they do. But I've never seen Space Cop. Maybe one day I will, but it's bad. I know Prisoner 2 really frustrated from him, because despite being a character, his persona opinions get parroted. I mean, that's the thing. I don't treat his opinions like gospel, because I like a lot of games. Like, he's talking shit about Metroid. To be fair, he was positive about even Metroid 1 and 2. And he talks about the issues that most people notice. It's like, oh yeah, Metroid, you know, you have to grind for lives. That's something everybody notices. He's not saying stuff that's so dramatically, like, out there. But that's with any YouTuber. You can't blame a YouTuber for having opinions and people parroting them. That happens if you're big enough. Literally anybody. Especially when people haven't played the games and all their experiences from a single YouTuber. Look at how everybody was so convinced about the shittiness of Ocarina of Time after Egoraptor made his sequelitis video about it. Or rather, yeah. Yeah. And I was like, well, you know, I don't know if you saw the episode where the guest was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep, that's the Robert Thompson. Robert Thompson? What was the fucking... he was the guy who played Jeff in... Or he was... Jeff Keighley? Not Jeff Keighley. That's the... He was... He was the side quest of a talk show host. Yeah. He's very funny. He's impeccable. I wish I could do accents like that. It's tricky. I feel like he got more hate than Ocarina. Well, these days, he gets more hate for everything. Egoraptor breathes, and people gonna shit on him. I just have disinterest. No loathing, but, you know. Ocarina of Time will probably always be my favorite game. Possibly. I mean, I don't say always, but it's a game I don't think I could ever, like... It is my default answer, and I don't know if that will necessarily change over the years. There are other games I beloved and dearly love, especially, like, in the moments, like right now, where I'm still, like, riding the high of Deltarune Chapter 4. But... And things like the Mother series as a whole. Every years go by, and that game series gets more and more precious to my heart. But I can't, you know, my love for Ocarina of Time, I don't think will ever truly fade. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. God, I really do like this music. I say it again, this is one of the more underrated DK music tracks. I know there's something up there. I don't care. I just want to get across. At this point, I just need to beat this level. I just need to beat a level. I need to... Again, I've been stuck under these levels for like an hour and a half at this point. I just need to get like... I mean, here's the thing. Even if I beat this level, there's going to be another level. I'm not going to get the candy. I'm not going to get the candy or Funky, I don't think, until like a little bit later. So I have to like not just beat these 2 levels, but like whatever's next. Again, as like I said, this is where the game gets hard. And I'm a shit gamer. Hey, Claptrap. I gotta go slow as fuck, I guess. No. So, this way. I don't even know what's ahead of me. I don't know what's ahead of me! This is the shit where people are gonna be like, I could just do that. I could just do that. It's right there. That's the most devious thing about the Nintendo Switch Online. They make rewind so easy and accessible. Where it's like it gives you like it's like, you know, holding a cigarette in front of like a, you know, a recovering addict. It's just right there. They make it so easy for you to just do that. The temptation is always there. You have a man drowning or rather dying of thirst, and you give him the purest liquid water. But he has to sell his soul to drink it. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with using it. You can use it but for me, I want to do it legit if I can. Especially while streaming. I have to do it now. I have to do this here. Again, it's a moot point, because I'm not going to live... I kind of doubt I'm going to make it to Candy before I die, and have to refight the boss, refight the shitty level before this level, and then whatever comes afterwards, but... do the best I can. Why am I going this way? I didn't want to go this way, but fuck it, I'm already here. Give me like a life. Oh, fair. Go to easy level farm lives. I could go an easy level of farm lives. I don't want to. I mean, there's a level of spite here where I've been on these levels for such a long period of time at this point where it's like I don't even want to. I gotta do it. I know you're correct. I even said so in the last stream where I was like, oh, this game, you kind of need to get as many lives as you can in the beginning because you're going to need them later on. But I obviously didn't listen to myself. Huh. That wasn't obvious. Obviously, I don't hear what I listen. I say many things. I don't listen to myself. Because why would I do that? That's silly. I guess, I don't know, just go through... No, Mario makes it easy. I could say, go back to 1-1. These levels have, like, names. You think that would make them more memorable, but in my mind, it's like, no, I don't remember. Maybe oxymoronically. Go. Another banana, or another balloon. Just flint skin. Skin of my teeth. Thick skin thickness of safety here. Flinders. Whoa, what the fuck? It's moving. We're moving. Don't be introducing new mechanics. What do you think you're doing? That's not A-okay. Yo. How do I get... Triangle jumps? Triangle jumps? Oh, come on. There we go. KG. Good album by King Gizzard, by the way. KG, that's not bad. KG and LY are kind of good albums. They're not like, I like some songs on those albums. Alright, we're finally in a new level. What are you doing here, man? Is this the level where you drop down to the left? Is this actually one where there's a secret? There is, I'm fairly certain there's a level where you drop down to the left and there's just, you go to the end. And I so want it to be this one, but I don't want to risk it because I don't remember. Ah, screw it. Go for it. Another shitty ice level, but we're fine with that. It's like rock and stone. It's ice and snow. The worst version. I hate their little, like, they're weird freak children. They're weird tiny freak children with no body. Don't you dare, you motherfucker. I have to stop. I have to stop making that sound. Oh. Fuck that. Oh. Don't. I mean, you could. You know, that little fella actually saved me. His repudiation of shooting me made me live. I know it did. It absolutely did. Oh, hey, Mankey. Oh, I really thought that I would have jumped there. Dude, the beauty, the puerile essence of the vortessence saved me. Dude, I can't believe you. I can't believe you. I can't believe you, you chompy motherfucker. If I'm not mistaken, there might be one level after this, or maybe it just goes straight to Funky. I can't tell. Man, you there? Go, go, go! What do you mean? Pure natural beauty and half buried in the snow. Oh, this is post-apocalyptic United. This is the world, like, years and years later. After global warming hit, and then the big freezing happened, and the Earth tries to take control of its own environment. I hate this game. I love this game. Again, I can't end the stream without making any progress. Yes, artists, I've said that again. We have literally made 0 progress this entire stream, but I've acknowledged that already. It's not so bad when I say it, but when you say it, it makes me feel even worse. My poor mind, my poor body, my poor fingers. I don't usually die to this boss. Let's get Silver Lands. That's true. Again, you talk about a slowdown in progress. The entire last stream was getting to this point, and then this entire stream is nothing. That's a dramatic difference. And I don't think it has to be me, right? It can't just be the game has gotten so severely difficult in comparison from the first, like, 20 levels or whatever to now. As well as just having less lives, but in intellectual progress by interacting and associating with chat. I don't know, I feel like I get, like, a debuff to my intelligence when I talk to chat. It's like points downward. I didn't start with many cells in the brainular area, but as time goes on, I feel like it's slowly diminishing. Just drip, drip, drop. I can feel my brain cells like squeezing out of my ears. I don't know why they're in my ears. They probably shouldn't be there anyway, so I'm probably not that smart regardless. Even if I have the cells, if they're not in the right spots, they're not doing anything. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Wow, I'm actually losing to the boss. You thought about doing co-op to be carried? Absolutely not. Group progress with the friends I made along the way. So, yeah, I didn't make any progress. Again, the point of doing it is doing it yourself, you know? It's a challenge to be fought, or a quest that you fail. Fun and challenge, always locked together, as Reggie Fils-Aimé once said. It's not a challenge, where's the fun? But it's like it's honor, man. I live my life honorably. I gotta, you know, pass that challenge. Gonna be put on my gravestone. Yeah, this guy, he beat this game. Maybe that's why I think some games aren't as bad. Like, if you talk about a game like Ninja Gaiden, you get like 3 levels before it restarts. It's not that bad. Even if the level itself is really hard, once you get it, you kind of okay to make progress. For this one, it's like you have to constantly replay these levels again and again if you don't have the lives for it. Yeah, I've never even beaten Ninja Gaiden, but that's because there's like a second to last boss, if not the last boss of the game, is super fucking hard. And I know there's a way you can just like cheese it, but I was trying to figure it out on my own. I never did it. I think you're actually supposed to not dodge his attacks and just spam him and hope you don't die before he kills you. But, you know, who has time for that? One day I'll stream Ninja Gaiden. I've streamed it once before, I think, but I didn't beat it. I just streamed it once. God, and I still beat most of the game while I was doing it. I actually have an actual cartridge of it, so if I do want to stream it, I could play the actual version. That would be fun. By the way, I'm talking about the original, not like the 3D game. The NES game, Ninja Gaiden. I got other games, too. I've got, like, Bad Dudes. Just infamous. Are you a bad enough dude to save the president? I don't know, am I? I've never... That's a hard question to answer. I never thought about it before. One of those Kusoge games. Or, I mean, okay, that's a little redundant. It's Kusoge's shit games. Kuso game. Okay. That's one of them there Kuso games. Ugh. As cold as ice. Sacrifice. Oh no. Yeah, this gives me like weird Karate Kid vibes from the, I said it last stream, didn't I? But Zamfir, Master of the Pan Flutes. I gotta add that to my ad list. I just realized. About to say getting that far in Ninja Gaiden Xbox is nice, but getting that far in OG sounds hard too. It's hard, but it's in a different way. I think. Oh, I mean, Ninja Gaiden is hard. I can't say it's not hard, but like I know it because I played it, and it's a game where once you know it, you just memorize the levels and the enemies. There are some clear bullshit parts in there where it's like, okay, you weren't going to see that enemy coming. You just have to have played that level to know what happens. Kind of a thing. But it's satisfying once you do learn it. And honestly, I think the gameplay is actually fun. It feels good to like jump around and do stuff once you get your fingers around it. You have to get used to it, but once you do it, it's like, oh no, it feels good. It actually does feel good. And I know Ninja Gaiden 3D is like really fucking hard. It's like any kind of button mashy, you know, action game. Here's the thing: any of those button mashy action games are all hard. None of them are easy. I don't know why they call them button mashy, because they're not really. If you play Bayonetta, which I have, and I've beaten Bayonetta, Bayonetta's fucking hard. Bayonetta's really hard. I'd like to play Bayonetta 2 because I hear everyone says it's much better. Not easier, just a better game. And I thought Bayonetta 1 was pretty good. I streamed it. I have like 1 or 2 of the VODs, or maybe even 3 of them somewhere. I like Bayonetta well enough, but it was genuinely incredibly difficult. Like, just because it's like, you know, the XXX and the YYY, you know, that kind of shit. It's still effort. And skill. Even if you don't need to know every combo in existence. Spamming buttons get you killed. The Spectre Fighters were Bay and DMC falling. Maybe that's a better way. But like Spectre Fighter, DMC, there's other ones too, aren't there? Yeah, it's like, it's hard. I would like to play DMC. I own DMC 4. And I know everyone's like, DMC 1's fine. That's the original DMC 2. Oh, I guess, would it be, No More Heroes? I like No More Heroes. You can just see a guy jack off to use his lightsaber and mow a lawn. That's No More Heroes. And if you think I'm joking, play the game. that'd be a fun game. Get the switchboard. Man, why haven't I been playing like this the entirety of the rest of the stream? What the fuck, man? Is it worth it now to see if this is the level with the secret on the left? You know, there's bananas over there. I think I'm right, actually. I think I'm actually right. Oh, no, there's just shit over here. Okay, never mind. There is this dude. So there is something over here. It's not what I was expecting. Okay. Oh, no. Yoshi's dead. Well, I mean, that's something. I know a little bit more about this level. Didn't last very long, but... I hate you. I hate you. I hate the way you look. I hate you as an enemy-like phenotype. But... I hate you. Why can't you bounce on the coconuts? I feel like you should be able to bounce on the coconuts. What happens? The coconuts brush your toes? You get like a fucking, like a, you know, you stub your toe. This guy stubs your toe for you, and it's like, oh, fuck, man. End up like Peter Griffin rolling on the ground. Yo, get over here. You're not gone for good. Although you're about to fall off a fucking cliff, aren't you? Yep, you did. I was like, it is Yoshi! I think you made a Family Guy reference. I'm proud. It's not stubbed. If it's not stubbed, why? I don't know. Bother, shother, rather, bother, mother, scother. Nothing rhymes with bother. Father. Shot her. Lather. It's like lather, but different. That's the real problem. The second half of the statement doesn't work. I have seen Family Guy, and I've actually seen a lot of Family Guy. I think it's important to keep that in mind. It's not important to keep in mind, actually. There's no importance in keeping that in mind. You shouldn't bother. You have other stuff to learn in your brain. And the fact that I've seen any Family Guy is not relevant. But I have seen a lot of it. It's easy to forget that. An easy show to watch. I haven't watched any or all of it recently, but... Especially my sister watched it a lot, and so I watched it with her. And it is funny, but with my sister, I probably watched many, many, many full seasons of that show. I'm never gonna go around and say, like, I'm gonna watch all, like, I might do that with The Simpsons. I feel a bit more redeeming quality of watching all The Simpsons. But for Family Guy, it's like, no, I'm not gonna sit down and be like, I'm gonna watch all The Simpsons. Or the Family Guy, sorry. I don't feel the desire to do that, sorry. Family Guy. The Family Guy is gonna be very upset with me. Mr. Guy himself. I said Mr. Guy because I can't even remember the guy who, like, almost got hit by 9/11. What's his name? He made not The Expanse, he made the other one. McFarlane, thank you. Yeah, McFarlane almost got 9/11. That's true. He was supposed to be on the flight that 9/11 happened on, but he missed it. Which is a crazy fucking story. If that didn't happen, we might not have gotten enough Family Guy, guys. Imagine how different the world would have been. Oh, hey, that's candy. And never mind, gone again. Because I am poor animal. I'm not using it to its fullest. You have to jump like early for these. I don't care about the O. Fuck you. No O's. No O. Don't be flying. You don't be flying up and down. You didn't do that earlier. Oh, fuck, I forgot about Mickey Kong. Bouncy? Wee. Oh, where am I even going? Camera, pan down. Come on. What are you doing, camera? Let me see where I'm going. Mankey, I know you're there. Fuck you. Fuck you. Please, please, fuck you. Do not care about those bananas in the slightest. We're watching a lecture from a session about watching Simpsons versus reading Shakespeare. Most students and teachers thought that reading Shakespeare is considered higher class, more prestigious. I mean, I'm sure the point he was making is that Shakespeare wasn't prestigious, it was just entertainment, which it was. It was influential, but it was still kind of entertainment. Also, everyone, open your ears. It's ambience time. Ambience. I mean, same with Mozart. His magic flute was like commoner shit. Yet it's really good. Why would I do that? What's wrong with... Like, I knew that was a bad idea, but I did it anyways. I don't even know how many lives I have. I could die and have to redo all this again. I don't want that, but, like, it could happen. No, go. Well, that's too late. Oh, you motherfucker! This Forest, Interlude, and Stage Rush Symphony are my favorites. They're classics. Not everything needs to be academic for regular people. Reading book is entertainment. It's like playing a video game. But when engaging in pleasurable media, what are your thoughts on higher level stuff? Anything is entertainment. One of the most prestigious films of all time that people talk about, Citizen Kane, is entertaining. You can enjoy watching it. You don't have to think about it. Like, you can. I mean, everything takes thought. Reading a book takes as much thought. Games can take thought. But they're all entertainment. If you make something explicitly for something to be a higher level, and it's not entertaining, you're stupid. Most of the books I've read, even in literature, in English class, a lot of them were entertaining. If they're for you or not for you, they're generally interesting and entertaining, and you get something from them. Higher level, I mean, and some things that are higher level are just higher level because they're talking about a specific topic. Not even that they're talking about it in specific ways. I mean, some people could have... People who just write basic fantasy can have way better prose than somebody who's just writing a normal stuff, but because of the topic, they're perceived differently. There could be something that's incredibly easy to read. God... Are you fucking serious? It depends. But you read what you want to read. But, I mean, do understand there's a difference between, like, you know, reading a book and then someone who's, like, reads a lot of, like, you know, smut and erotica online. You're reading, but there is still a difference there, and you should acknowledge that. Where some people feel like, well, any reading's good. I mean, yes, to a degree. But you should try to read reading from people who actually write and know how to write and stuff, and not just, you know... And those can be fine, but... And to be fair, it's all entertainment, right? But I think there's a little bit of a difference there. And it depends on how it's written, too. Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I used to read some Zelda-like fanfiction, and that was when people wrote actual books. I guess as a kid, I don't know if maybe in my mind I thought they were legit. But they're, like, full length. They have their own covers and shit, and I have it somewhere on, like, an old Kindle. But, like, oh... The inverse of the Triforce. There's another Triforce in the Triforce. The reverse Triforce or something stupid. I hate you. I'm so fucking goddamn it. Oh, I have okay. Everybody shut up. Shut up. I actually have to focus because I need to do this. I really only have one shot at this, otherwise I have to, like, replay everything I've done, and I'm gonna be really upset if I have to. Some of these levels where you kind of need to know what's coming up a little bit. You kind of have to go fast because you have things following you, but at the same time, you kind of like, you know, you kind of need to know what's coming up ahead of you, because if you don't, you'll just get hit by something. What do you call, what was that fucking meme about, like, sight reading shit? That was ages ago. It's not even that bad, but, like, there's probably stuff over there, by the way. I'm just not gonna go for it. I see you. I know you're coming. I know you're coming. I know you're coming. I know you're coming. You're fast. Okay, what are you supposed to fucking do there, man? He's way too fucking fast. I just don't go that fast. Checkpoint doesn't matter. I don't have the bananas for it. Maybe I just gotta hit quicker. Maybe I can go faster. On. Go faster, man. What are you doing? There's probably a dolphin somewhere for me to use, but... Please let this end. Please let this end. Oh, where am I going? Oh my god. Oh my god. What am I? What do you mean I can't go faster than that? I hate you, game. You're stupid, and I don't like you, and this sucks. Oh my god. Can't go back. Until I get the funky or until I get the candy, I can't go back. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I have to check. Not that it matters. It's too late anyways. I would have ended stream at this point, by the way. But I guess I'll try again. Assuming I can make it through these other levels without, like, eating shit. Listen, you ever eat shit? It doesn't taste very good. You don't want to do that too often. It's not pleasant. It's probably not good for you. Got bacteria and shit in there. You don't want that. You don't want, like, you don't want bacteria shit in your shit. That's problematic. Just don't open your mouth. Listen, you can't keep your mouth closed forever. Have you seen how often I speak? I have to open it to make the noise. And I can't not. I can't not open my mouth and make the noise. I love the backgrounds, by the way. There's probably real images. I'm sure somebody online has been like, I found every stock image they used in the background of DK Country. We mapped it directly to the background in the game. I wonder what mount that is. I don't know. I'm sure it might even be one I recognize, but... Mountainally. Fuck you. Goddamn beavers. Nice. Beautiful. 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 Alright. Nice. You can, but we won't understand. No one can understand me anyways. You're assuming people know what I'm saying. Because they're dedicated people to find out the source for textures. I think it's awesome. And it kind of makes me realize how, not easy it is, but how much, what they can do with textures. It gives me inspiration. Kind of. It's like, oh yeah, this is just based on, like, just images. I could take my own images. Like, it kind of illuminates in my mind how they do this kind of stuff, and it makes it more intelligible and understandable. Same with samples. Like, I have the sample CD recordings of the original, you know, when they know the Boz in Mario, which aren't Boz, by the way, they're Paws, technically. Bop, bop. Ba-da-da-da. You know, those sounds? I got the CD where those come from. That they've been using since 64. It's not hate. I'm not a hateful person. Except the director of this game. I don't think it was Greg Males for this one, by the way. I don't know who it was, but... the only reason I keep saying his name because he's in my head because he just left Rare after like 25 years or whatever. Or longer. When was Banjo-Kazooie made? I mean, I guess you could say you could see my tangible improvement in some of these levels. It doesn't make me generally better, but... 97. 97? That was 3 years before I was born. Take that, old people on the stream. I don't even get the other one. I don't even want to bother with the K. 98? Take that, people who thought it was 97 on the stream. Take that, people who didn't want liars on my stream comments. You know, I don't mind too much because I do love this song, so it's nice to at least hear it. That's the benefit. Having good music makes the stress tolerable. Guys, this is my start to being the #1 DK Country speedrunner. One day, Summoning Salt's gonna have a video on me, and he's gonna say it all started here. In his stream, on his Twitch stream of Donkey Kong Country back in 2025. And it's gonna lead to me being, like, cracked at this game. Finding secrets no one has ever done. They're gonna call it the fun skip. We're all gonna learn about it, and it's gonna break everything. I feel like speedrunning has tempted everybody a little bit, but in my mind, I never wanted to do it really, just because it's like, fuck. It's a lot of time. It is a lot of time and effort. It's like, I can't be, like, you kind of can't play the games for a while. Because all your time has to go towards running through a specific game, a specific section. I mean, I guess it's like competitive anything, to a degree. But it's exceptionally effort. And there's stuff where it's like, you know, everyone knows some speedrunning tricks that they've picked up or learned or tried. Like someone doing like a mock ball in Super Metroid or something. Or like I've done a BLG, I've done a 16-star speedrun of Mario 64. Once. At the behest of someone getting me to do it after I'd beaten Mario Galaxy on stream. I had extra time. He's like, "Oh, why not? You got 64 too?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." I did, and which, by the way, in hindsight, isn't actually hard. All you need to do is be able to BLJ and be able to do the MIPS clip. And if you can do that, then you can do a 16-star speedrun. There's other skips you can do to make it quicker, but like, you're not going to be doing a good speedrun, but I feel like everyone might see or pick up a trick. I'm not someone who watches, like, GDQ. I think it's enjoyable, but I don't tend to watch GDQ. Or those kinds of events. I'm sure I would enjoy them, and maybe that would be kind of a fun thing if you have, like, you have friends over, you make it a bit of a party, and you watch GDQ or something, or EVO. But I kind of don't. So I don't see it, that kind of stuff too often. I don't keep up with the speedrun community. It's mostly if I have a streamer I watch. I used to be a guy who watched who did hoverless runs of Sunshine, where you can't use the hover mode, which apparently is incredibly difficult, like shockingly difficult, unsurprisingly, because the game is built around that mechanic. And you have to do a lot of skips to just get to certain areas that you couldn't normally do. I've seen people do Bomberman 64 speedruns, and some and Banjo. Banjo has some interesting skips. All the skips for a lot of these games is interesting to me. Are interesting to me. He's interesting. What am I? Poor grammar, man? I got better grammar than that. Got into watching rando races and have a tiny bit of me that would want to learn Mega Man Legends. Yeah, and I can't help but feel like it's going to change your perception of the game. And I don't want to say it'll ruin it, but it will change your perception of a game you like. For some reason, I don't do randos for Ocarina of Time. I kind of don't want to spoil the puerile essence, that experience, you know? Which is silly, of course. I know it's silly. But I also know it would. Yo, man. Wait. Please. Okay, whatever. I just gotta do it. Okay, so we can't have it both ways. Listen, this ain't fucking Burger King. You can't have it your way all the time. I don't ever get it my way. Fuck, I hate wish you. I wish you were here. I miss you, and I'm so sorry. That's what they sound like to me. That's not what Blink 182. I miss. What does he sound like? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. More and always. We can be like Jack and Sally if we want to. Sorry, I'm being a jerk now. I miss you, and I'm so sorry. Just go for it, just go for it. Where are we going? 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 Nope. Dead. Thank you. Actually get it this time. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's old Jack Daxter run where the guy got banned for making Owen Wilson jokes. Ah, that's rough. You need more tonight in there. Can I sleep tonight? I see what you mean. Ugh. Mankey, fuck you. Shave your fucking manky ass beard while you're at it, man. Oh, that motherfucker is a wool-headed idiot. Light-blinded fool. Now I'm just saying insults that I've been reading in fantasy books. That's the kind of insults you make for sheep herders. Hey man, it's going pretty quick there. It's almost as if you're trying to hurt me or something. Why would you do that though? That's silly. You wouldn't do that to a fellow Kong, would you? Wouldn't punch a guy with Kong, would you? Okay. Ugh. Okay, we're good. We're good. Beautiful. It is wonderful. Okay, we're back to Croctopus. Ah. Everybody calm yourself. Enjoy the loveliness. Oh fuck, that was my own mistake. It's like, well, I'm just gonna look over here. I'm just tired. My fingers hurt. I'm gonna stop. It's fine. It's funny how quote-unquote frustrating I could be. Like, it's frustrating that I haven't made progress to stream, but playing the game itself isn't frustrating to me. I guess it's the same way with getting over it. And I think it was almost less frustrating because my expectations for getting it done in a stream was just less. So inherently I was like, ah, well, I know I'm not going to get it done here, so that frustration is gone, and the frustration of playing a hard game isn't there. I don't tend to have that. Like, I don't mind games where you have to keep trying and trying and trying to get it done. I never have. That inherently isn't frustrating to me. What's frustrating is wasting time, especially since I'm a limited time streamer, but... So actually, I don't mind this. Especially since I am making progress. I'm getting better at every stage I've been playing. Even if it's slow, and I'm probably much worse than a lot of people playing this normally, but... Wow. You know, funny, I don't watch Owen Wilson in enough stuff to really, like, get him down. I read a comment once saying if all of your personality is based on media, that's cringe as fuck, and it stuck with me. So if you have non-media related hobbies or interests, what are they? I like going outside, I like climbing trees, I used to do sword fighting. I still like sword fighting. Martial arts has always interested me, but long sword fighting was fun. And cosplaying is relating to media, but it's also about crafting shit. So I think there's a balance there, where I do like making stuff. I mean, here's the thing. If I make videos, for example, sure, that's based on media. But there's also the level of video editing. Same thing with making like thumbnails for streams. There's levels of graphic design. I have to learn how to do this. I'm learning about masking. I'm learning about... there's tons of stuff. There's always aspects. I like coding. I mean, it's my job. So that's a little different. But I do still like it in an aspect. In making stuff. God damn it. I like cooking. I do like cooking, actually. I kind of do. I don't do it often because it's tiresome and tiresome. I like language learning. I still want to learn Japanese properly and not my stilted shit Japanese that I know of right now. But there's nothing wrong with media-related hobbies, unless your hobby is watching or doing the media, and that's it. Like, if that's the only... If it's a media-related hobby, but the media-related hobby is about... in watching it, like watching... If you're... if your hobby is watching TV, that's kind of different than... I don't know, you're in a club about it, or something, or you're writing essays about it. That's, I think, inherently... There's other aspects about those things that make it fine. You know, if you like reading books, fair enough. But I don't know. It can be. It can be. And people don't have. Again, not everyone has hobbies or has to have hobbies. If they really just don't want to engage in things in that kind of a way, it's up to them. It's also up to how much time you have. I mean, fuck. Work takes up so much time in your life. Why do I fuck that up every time? I'm just, like, losing it. Like, work takes up all my time. It's sad. But that's life. I thought I would skim it. I thought I'd go right through it. Yeah, but people are obliged to spend the time how they do. I think hobbies are good and important for people, but I also think many things are important for people. Eating a good diet's important. Going outside is very important. Getting sunlight, you know, talking to people. There's a lot of things that people don't do that are important, so... I wouldn't criticize someone for not having enough hobbies. Depends on how they engage with them. Probably not the best example for any of that stuff anyways. I love that DK, like, I love they kind of like doggy paddle. To be fair, that's kind of my swimming. I know how to, like, you gotta do, like, long strokes or whatever. I'm not good at swimming, really. I can kind of conceptually have it down, but I'm not exactly great at swimming. So my default is kind of just, like, floating and doggy paddling. I cannot drown. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, you throw me in the water, I'm not gonna drown. I'll be able to surface and stay afloat. And if you really ask me to swim relatively quickly, I could try, and I wouldn't be, like, the worst, but that's not how I swim regularly. It is kind of just more floating around. But you know what, Donkey? DK? I don't know why I called you Donkey there. No one calls you that. Not even your friends call you that, dude. That's like a mom. That's like DK's mother calling him that. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, game. What, you gonna throw the bloopers in at the end? Are we at the funky? Can I fucking save now? Oh, we're at Cranky's cabin. No, we can't, actually. Haven't seen you in this neck of the woods in a long time. You can find the fun at Ropey Rampage between a rock and a hard place. Yep. So I actually have one more level left before I can actually save. Oh, no. No, I do actually. I've beaten this level. I remember this level, but I don't remember it very well. I remember doing this level. I don't remember, like, it to, like, do it. I just remember playing it. Remember what I said about DK Country all being about each level having a gimmick? Still right. Nothing about my opinion about that has changed. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but that's the fundamental of this game. Do I have to, like... do that? Oh, You were there, Clump? I think I'm so used to the ice physics now that I kind of want to, like overcorrecting every time I jump to, like, stop it. What Zelda is that? What game is that from? Is that Wind Waker? That Twilight Princess? I don't even know what Zelda music I'm like. It's Ganon music, but I thought it was still DK. I don't know why he ran ahead. What game is that from? I recognize it, but that pops into my head every once in a while, and I should know. Is it? It's Wind Waker, ain't it? Or Twilight Princess? It was like one of the GameCube era ones. Because I can hear some of the notes in this song. I gotta say, my finger's actually fucking hurting from the jumping so much. The sharp cutoff in his music and his noise is humorous to me. Oh. Wind Waker. Oh, it is Wind Waker. I'm pretty sure it's Wind Waker, but I wasn't 1000% certain. Classic. I mean, it could be used in Metroid Prime. It might be similar composers. Finally, we got this. I've actually made progress. Guys, I made progress. I made a minute amount of progress. 35% of the way through this game. I don't know if that counts secrets. I have no idea what that actually considers. Is this? It's not a boss. I was like, let me do one more level just to see what it is. Yeah, we're getting to the point where I'm kind of getting to the point where I am actually as far as I've gotten. I did save, didn't I? I did save. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna save again because I don't remember if I actually saved. How would you like a quick spin in my barrel? I kind of hate the save screen because it saves before showing you, so it makes you confused. Oh, my finger. I'm not joking when I'm gonna say this game is gonna give me like finger pains. I'm gonna have trouble typing at work tomorrow. I gotta be like close to the boss of this area, right? But yeah, I don't even know what percentage. I'm assuming it's just level percentage, right? It's not like it's, oh, you got all the secrets, which means I have like a lot more levels left. I don't even know how many levels are in this game, to be honest. Wow, you went way farther than I was expecting. Bum bum ba-da-da-dum. Ow. What the fuck am I okay, game, what am I fucking supposed to do there? Probably skip. Alright, you know what? I actually finally managed to get some progress, so the stream wasn't a total waste. Which is kind of what I'm happy about. I just didn't want to end the stream with nothing. That would have felt like other shit. I'm gonna actually look up how DK country percentage. Okay, so actually, no. So 39 levels is 1% each. Normal level plus bosses. 61 bonus rooms is 1% each. And okay. So actually, I could be farther in this game than I think. Because there's 61 bonus rooms. Each one counts as a percent. Which means there's only 39 levels. I'm probably pretty close to the end of this game. You're never too annoying. Oh, no, you're fine. If someone's sending too many messages in chat, I just won't read them all. Or if I don't want to respond, I just won't read them all. Or if I'm busy, I just won't read them all. I mean, don't spam if you don't have to, but if you have stuff to say, say it. I don't mind. It's not like there's anyone else chatting. In a bigger stream, those chats would just get washed away anyway, so it's negligible. Never waste time. Thank you, I appreciate it. I do enjoy this game. I mean it. I do mean it when I say I'm enjoying this game, even if took a while. But yeah, I'm actually probably far closer to the end of this game than I realize. If realistically, doing no bonus levels, there's just 40. You just need 40% to beat this game. I've gotten some bonus levels, but not like an insane amount. You know, I'm actually gonna do a save state, just in case. Just out of paranoia. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. There's a chance I could finish it next stream. If not next stream, then 2 streams. But again, I probably won't be able to stream tomorrow. If I'm gonna do my due diligence, I should try to get a VOD up and a thumbnail for it tonight. I'll have to see if I feel not lazy. But I won't be able to stream tomorrow because I'll be at a Braves game with family before 4th of July, and I'll probably also be busy the entirety of 4th of July. I might be busy the next couple days. I have family who came down that have never come down before. My grandma, well, she's come down, but another family member, and that's like, you know, you do your time. You spend your time with the family when you have them. So depending on that, I might just be busy. But if I can stream within, you know, I will. I'll let you know when I can't, though. I'll post it in the Discord. It's fun. Because if it's not fun, why bother? Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. And, you know, take care of yourselves. I always appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.